When Dad opens the bag, he endangers his entire family. During a family fishing trip, Rob, his wife Patricia, and their 3 children were enjoying the final days of summer. The peaceful outing took a sudden turn when their youngest daughter let out a startled scream. Her fishing line had become tight and tangled, signaling that something large was hooked. However, instead of a fish, a piece of fabric surfaced from the water. Rob immediately took over, sensing that this was no ordinary catch. The ocean was often littered with trash, and they had encountered discarded items before. But this time, it wasn't just a stray piece of debris, it was a full-sized duffel bag. Keeping the children at a safe distance, Patricia watched as Rob cautiously unzipped the slimy bag. To their shock, it was filled with neatly stacked bundles of cash and small bags of diamonds. While their youngest child excitedly imagined what they could buy, Rob knew this was a serious situation. They had to inform the authorities. Patricia calmly explained to the kids why keeping the unexpected treasure wasn't an option, though they couldn't help but feel disappointed. Soon, the police arrived by boat. They took Rob's statement and collected his fingerprints for records. The officers thanked the family for reporting the discovery and hinted at a possible reward. While it wouldn't match the value of what they had found, the thought of receiving something still brought excitement. Rob hoped everything would be handled smoothly with just a few formalities. As summer ended, life returned to normal. The kids resumed school, and Rob and Patricia got back to their routines. But one afternoon, Rob received a disturbing phone call at work. The caller's number was private, and their voice was disguised. They asked where the duffel bag had been found and demanded details. Rob's first instinct was to contact the police, but the caller warned him not to, revealing that they knew where he worked and were watching him. Rob immediately realized that his family could also be. Feeling uneasy, Rob provided vague information, making sure to mention a location that was already under police surveillance. He hoped the caller would unknowingly walk into a trap. Before ending the call, the mysterious voice warned him again, emphasizing that he was being watched. As soon as the call ended, Rob rushed out of his office and drove straight to his children's school, worried about their safety. While driving, he FaceTimed Patricia, ensuring their conversation couldn't be easily intercepted. He told her to meet him at the summer house, hoping she understood the hidden meaning. Over the years, they had joked about having a secret safe house inspired by their love for detective shows. Eventually, they purchased a secure underground bunker in a remote location. However, Rob knew that wouldn't be enough protection. He had created a backup plan with his close friend Cody, a highly trained Navy SEAL. If their family ever faced problem, they were to immediately relocate to Cody's safe location. Rob never thought they would need this plan, but now it was their only option. Though the caller had warned him not to involve the police, Rob knew he couldn't avoid reporting the incident forever. His main priority was getting his family to safety. He hoped Patricia remembered their plan because their lives depended on it. After ensuring his family was secure, Rob contacted Cody, who was ready to help. Once he knew his wife and children were safe, Rob went to the police station to report the threatening phone call. Though nervous, he hoped authorities could track down the caller before things escalated further. The police began tracing the call, working with the phone company to locate the source. However, the caller was careful and had taken steps to avoid detection. Meanwhile, the caller somehow saw Rob entering the police station and became furious. As Rob was leaving the station, his phone rang again. The same disguised voice expressed disappointment, reminding him that he had been warned. But this time, Rob was ready. He stayed calm and kept the caller talking, knowing the police were actively tracing the location. Inside the station, officers followed the signal while Rob continued the conversation. Eventually, the police pinpointed the caller's whereabouts, and a SWAT team was sent to the location. Suddenly, Rob heard commotion on the other end of the call, shouting, heavy footsteps, and then silence. The SWAT team had successfully raided the location and captured the suspect. The caller turned out to be a local substance dealer who was already under police investigation. His threats against Rob had ultimately led to his downfall. With the situation resolved, Rob and his family could finally breathe easy. Although the experience had been terrifying, their quick thinking and cooperation with the police had kept them safe. Life gradually returned to normal, and they were grateful to have made it through together.